Hello folks, this is Aitan Ajha from InspiredToRise.com and today we have the Asus ROG G11 desktop here with us for a complete unboxing and review of the same. So guys, let's begin. So guys, we will firstly start off with the unboxing of the Asus ROG G11 desktop PC. Inside you get the keyboard, you get the CPU itself. Let's just open this up. You can see that the CPU was in there, packed in tightly, and you get a box in which you get the mouse and you get the power cable for the CPU, and you don't get any monitor inside. You have to have the monitor yourself. You have to have the connecting cable for the monitors yourself, and the keyboard itself looked quite great. The keys were good, travel was good, and the feel was also nice. The keyboard had a volume control knob, and there are a lot of connectivity options on the Asus ROG G11 desktop, including a lot of USB ports, and you get the HDMI port, VGA port. On the front also you get a lot of connectivity options, 4 USB ports, SD card slot. On the top you get the microphone and the headphone jack also, which is quite good. There are a lot of different variants of the Asus G11 PC available. The one that we had came with a Core i5-6400 Skylake chip. Maximum clock speed was around 3.3 GHz, and it was okay for moderate tasks, but it's still not near the highest i7 CPUs, and it had 8 GB of RAM and a normal hard disk, no SSD here. The model that I had came with the Nvidia GeForce GTX 950 graphics card. It's not the most powerful, and definitely for the price point for which this device retails, it's okay enough. You also get CUDA cores, everything, but still it's not that powerful. When you compare it to other laptops also by Asus, they are really more powerful than this one. So I would consider this only as an entry level gaming desktop for someone who is afraid to assemble something of their own. And in terms of hard disk performance, you can see when I ran the benchmarks, and when I ran the benchmarks with less test data, the speed was okay but not that great. And in terms of USB 3.0 copying speed, you can see that it gave me sustained speeds of around 80 to 90 Mbps right to the USB, and read speeds was significantly higher. When I played games, that was the major thing. So I played Max Payne 3 on maxed out settings on this one on 1080p resolution, and I got around 30 FPS or so on this one. So that's not that great. I have pushed the anti-aliasing also, so that's something which has contributed to really low frame rates. And on Grand Theft Auto 5 I pushed everything to the maximum, including the long shadows, etc., everything, and I got around 30 frames and constantly around maybe like 25 to 30 frames while playing the game, and it was playable enough. In case you push the settings a little bit down, you can even get 60 FPS. And on Assassin's Creed Syndicate I got around 24 to 25 FPS logged in at 4K resolution. So the monitor that I was testing on, it's not actually a monitor, it's a television by Laico. So I was able to test it on 4K resolution, and I was able to get around 25 FPS on lowest settings, and I was able to get around 60 FPS on lowest possible settings. On the higher settings I was not able to play the game that well, but on the lowest possible settings with FXAA everything turned off, MSAA turned off, and with ambient occlusion turned off, I was able to play the game nicely. Though I played the games for a long time, but I didn't find too much heavy fan noises, so that's something that has been worked upon nicely in this system, and I was able to get around 30 to 40 FPS while playing Grand Theft Auto 4 episodes from Liberty City on this system. Thermal throttling was almost non-existent, but when I tested Grand Theft Auto 5 with really maxed out settings for a long period of time, I saw a little bit of thermal throttling. With Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 pushed to the maximum possible settings, I got around 15 to 25 FPS, and that was quite low but still somewhat playable, but I would say that not that much playable for a game like this which relies only on high speed motion. I tested Street Fighter 5 also on this system. While playing Street Fighter 5, I found out that there was no lag whatsoever on 1080p maximum settings. I could not test fraps and test the FPS on this one. This was because of the fact that Street Fighter 5 does not support fraps, and this is something of a software issue. But overall gaming performance was okay on this one, and I would say that it is slightly underpowered machine, and for the price that you pay, this is an okay device. This is a starting point for the G11 model, and you can also get the Core i7-6700 model which has the M2 SSD also, and has greater RAM, and it has got a GTX 1080 for a price of around $850 to $900 and roughly around 57,000 Indian national rupees. I can say that this desktop is a okay one, but if you are geeky enough, you can always set up a more powerful desktop by your own. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you like this one, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This is Aditya Najha from inspiredtorise.com signing off, folks. Stay inspired to rise.